I'm live. My computer is still noisy. It's noisy. But it's here. Me and Dave are going to fix that thing. Warm blue Mountain Dew. Delicious. What are you doing, camera? Getting blurry. Ooh. Well, this camera's pissing me off. Hi, camera. Can you unblur me? Hey, guys. How are you guys? I don't know why this thing suddenly got blurry. It was fine, and then it got blurry for no reason whatsoever. For no reason. Does this help? Well, it's good at the close-up. Oh, guys, I don't know what's going on with the camera. It's just being a dick. It was totally fine. You guys saw it. It was fine. It was the glare off my Stein. That's what it was. Well, hey, guys. No, the lens is fine. See, it was the light glare off the mug. Screwed it up. How you guys doing? How is everyone tonight? I apologize for not doing here. Phil, I tried that. I did that. I put my hand in front of the lens and moved it back, and it was just blurry. So anyway, sorry for not having a stream last week. Just everything's in flux. I like that word, flux. Everything's in flux capacitoring. So hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's had a fun week. I'm going to sit up a little bit. Oh, we've got some tired people. I'm tired too. I'm very tired too. Have an interesting week at the shop. We've got an M1919 30 cal machine gun to mess with. It's not really a machine gun. It only shoots semi. But lots of fun stuff going on. So I'm glad we're here. I've been working on a project. So anyway, Book of Boba Fett. Last episode. I don't know if it's the last episode. Peter. See, Peter. Thank you, Peter. And this is going to come into play in a little bit, and I'll show you. Nolani, Alexander Black. Mad Dog, BFF. Aiden, is that Michael? Aiden's friend? I don't know. You don't have to out yourself. I just know that Aiden has some friends that he's directing towards my channel lately. Anyway, so last episode of Book of Boba Fett today. Leonard, thank you. It's going to go for giveaway shipping and stuff. I don't know if it's the last episode ever or if it's just the last episode of this season, if there's going to be another season. They left it open to where it could be another season, or if they are just going to shut it down. I don't know how they're going to do it, but there's static. Can you guys hear me okay? Alexander says there's static. There's feedback from the mic. Oh, Lincoln. Lincoln's trying to top you guys. I know why there might be feedback from the mic. Is the feedback better? You guys hear better now? Somebody tell me if yeah, I had the volume on the computer up to 100. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I've been doing a lot of editing lately. First, my fault. Duh! That's pretty stupid of me. So let's start over. Pretend this is one of those things. Click. So Book of Boba Fett. Last episode. Episode 7 today. Well, let's face it. We had like 5 episodes of Boba Fett and 2 of The Mandalorian. Throughout it, there's been just all sorts of, like, a rebirth of Boba Fett. Now, Boba Fett, there's a reason I'm talking about this, guys, and I think you know what it is. Boba Fett has been, like, the number one favorite character in all of Star Wars. #1 selling action figure and all this stuff in the whole thing. And Boba Fett was an accident. There's a whole lot of cool stuff. Like you guys, most of you should know I'm a big Star Wars nerd geek. No, Carrie, I'm not going to give you any spoilers. I'm just saying. There are some companies that have put out some will directly call it a Boba Fett theme motif, stuff. Someone just call it Bounty Hunter. And I said we're going to be doing that with some stuff. And I showed, if you're following on Instagram or Facebook, I showed you some of the ones. And I said we're going to do a giveaway of some of the final editions of our channel here, Boba Fett inspired remodel knives. I love, by the way, the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, and now they're going to come out with Obi-Wan, and they're gonna be bring. Yeah, here we go. Thank you, God Guns Coffee. Obi-Wan is coming out, and they're gonna bring back Hayden Christensen, for better or for worse, playing Anakin / Vader in the Obi-Wan series. So I love what Disney's doing with these series, because the truth is, I'd rather have these long series than just some crappy short movies. So hey, Matthew, how are you? So anyway, we're gonna do the reveal because you guys have not seen all of the Boba Fett knives I've been working on in between doing my regular stuff at the shop. You know what? Not everybody's a Star Wars fan. I get it. I grew up on Star Wars though. I love it. My boys are not as big fans as I am. It's okay. It is what it is. I'm going to start by showing you some of the things, some of the knives you've already seen. You're gonna. There's a couple you haven't seen yet. A while ago, about a month ago, I put up a picture of some on Instagram. Said, "What do you guys think? Like, which ones would you like to see?" I ended up doing five Boba Fett knives. So the first one I did was based on this Wesson Almond. Now the thing about Boba Fett, what we've always seen is Boba Fett, because of his life as a bounty hunter, we've always seen him his armor be very distressed with his. Now I didn't laser on the Mythosaur, the Crester on here or anything. I mean, I could always do that later. But so this is the Wesson Almond. I thought did I lose everybody? Sorry, I dropped the knife on there and I don't know what happened. I don't know, but apparently we're all still here. We're still good. We're still here. Okay, sorry. All right. So the Wesson Almond I thought had a nice shape. Okay, so I've got the standard colors. I've got the green. I've got the gold yellow, and I've got the this is crimson actually. This is a titanium frame. And then what I did was, you're probably not going to be able to see very well. I took what was a satin finish, and I put it in the blast cabinet, and then I gave it just a little distressing on the blade to make the blade look like it has been bobaed and used. So this is number one. I'm going to give one or two of these away of all these. But of course, the whole thing is, it's got to be, if it's Boba Fett, it's got to be distressed. It's got to be a little messed up. Look, I've even got some paint on me from today in the shop. So that's number one. The second one I wanted to do a little bit different. And I was looking what I had in the collection. And you know what? This one really spoke to me. The CRKT Fossil. And what I really liked about it, looking at the new, the Book of Boba Fett, he, in the movies, he had that gray jumpsuit on underneath all of his armor. But in the Book of Boba Fett, he had that brownish black, the Tusken Raider, the Sand People outfit on. And I looked at the scales that this comes on. I said, that's great. What a great kind of thing to work with. So I intentionally wanted to leave the clip and the markings on the blade so that it still says CRKT. And over there, you've got Fossil. Hey, Sebastian, how's it going? Sebastian in Mexico City. He's going to feed me delicious Mexican food one day. So we've got the CRKT on the clip and the blade. We've got the crimson, right? And then we've got his yellow color on the screws that hold the onlay on there, right? And then we've got the textured G10 that came with the knife. And we still have that looking nice. I just thought this had a nice blade shape to it too, like some kind of creature, that you had seen in Star Wars. So we've got this one. Boba Fett it up. Hi, Ethan. You coming to say hi?
Yeah, I'm coming early.
You're coming early?
Yeah, for Valentine's Day because it's coming up.
Well, Valentine's Day is next week.
Well, I don't care.
So you don't care?
We go.
Hey, I'm showing the Boba Fett knives. Next, Strider SNG. What?
Did I show him this one?
I'm gonna get to that one. Now this has a base coat. Gotta go. Much love. Oh, all right. Alexander Black. I'll see you later. One of the ways you can tell a fake Strider, by the way, I'm going to let you guys know this. If this hole right here is off center, fake Strider. You want Stormtrooper knives? We can always work on Stormtrooper knives. Now this one is very green. And I did the scale and the lock side in the Boba Fett green. It's actually Squatch green is the actual Cerakote color I used. And then, well, the last one I put the green on the blade. This time I put the crimson on the blade a little bit. And of course, it's hard to get the camera to focus a little bit. But it's all, all the colors are a little bit distressed. So on the G10, it was a little hard because I had to spray on a stainless steel color and then flash that to get it hardened on, but not totally cured so we can put other colors over it. And then distress over that and stuff, but I think it came out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now this is the one that Ethan really likes. This is. I got this one in a trade years ago. What?
I'm going to show them how it works.
I will let you, but let me finish talking about it first, okay? It's been sitting around, and it's a copy. Not quite a clone, but a copy, very budget copy of a Microtech Halo 5. And I just liked the shape of it, and I wanted to do an auto, and I said, well, I've got it. I might as well use it. And it kind of fits in well with the shaping and everything. So so you can kind of screwed up. I don't know how I got the lines to match perfectly on the top and then messed it up on the bottom there. I messed it up. All right, Ethan, you want to press the button?
Yeah, I'll also show them how to close it.
Okay, well, you got it. No, you got it. You got to be in the video. You can't do it from over there. Stand up on there like you were before. I'm going to hold you up here.
So is this button right here? Just push that in. There's the blades.
Okay, now how do we close it?
You hold down the button, hold this back all the way, let go, push it back.
There you go. Thanks for showing that. So yeah. Now it says 154 cm on the blade over there. I have no idea what kind of steel this really is, but it's. I mean, for a clone knife, listen to that. Nothing. Rattling it by the microphone. Nothing. So it's kind of hard to tell. I've got the green on the blade, but it's like really distressed. All these marks here, that's not from retracting and deploying the blade. That's from me with a little bit of fine sandpaper to make it look all distressed. But we've got that one. I like that. And then the last one, now I wanted to do this one a little bit different, and I showed this in the beginning. This is the Buck, I think the Model 715. I decided, what if we just do one not distressed? What if we just do one with just bright colors? And so this one, these silver channels there, these were what you call a gas station. Hold on, I'm reading this. Well, you know what, Bob? I want to see that gas station knife. So these silver channels are what kind of motivated me to do this knife. And I had a hard time getting these things since it masked off. I used modeling clay in there for the whole process. But it also, this blade shape really reminded me actually of the Mudhorn from The Mandalorian. And I said this would make a nice, a nice shape for a knife. Plus, really nice finish on the blade. So I figured this would be great as a like to represent the armor when it was brand new and painted. Hello, Dave. I got to get with Dave to fix this fan issue at some point in my life. So this is our unmolested, our undistressed, the colors looking nice and bright, and I think they came out really well. So we've got 5 Boba Fett remodeled knives that we may do. I'm probably not going to do a giveaway on this one because I don't want to send an automatic knife to someone who's not allowed to have it. I would absolutely do that into a Boba Fett knife if somebody had the Spyderco Smock to give me to do. The third one is your favorite, which is, that would be this one. That would be the SNG. Yeah. So we are going to give, I don't know, probably 2 of these away in viewer giveaways, subscriber giveaways as we go. I had a great time doing them. I had a really, really great time doing them because I just really, enjoyed. I mean, because it was Boba Fett themed, I was limited to the colors I could do. I was going to do a Mandalorian one, but then I was looking at the Mandalorian armor again, and it's just all silver. So there's not a lot that could be done. I might even give away 3 of them. Who knows? But I did have a lot. I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm an artist. Thank you. Who is my favorite Star Wars character? Who is my favorite Star Wars character? Ezra Bridger, maybe. But you've got to get into get into the expanded universe a little bit. Star Wars Rebels. I guess that's my favorite character. Actually, no. You know who my favorite character is? It's Wedge. And here's why it's Wedge. Because Wedge is actually the greatest pilot the Rebellion has, but he's totally overshadowed all the time. He was the only guy that actually survived both Death Star assaults, right? That went on both and lived. He's actually the leader of Rogue Squadron, although somehow Luke is flying into the call sign of Rogue One in the Battle of Hoth, but I don't know. But Wedge is like the best pilot in the Rebellion. Forget this Poe Dameron stuff. I don't need Poe. But that is what it is. All right, so there's the Boba Fett knives. So we're gonna see more about Boba Fett, about the Boba Fett stuff as we go later on about the giveaway and everything. I have been doing some cool trades in some of the Facebook groups. and I have gotten in one of them a brand new. Well, it's kind of brand new. It's brand new to me. Spyderco Manix 2XL. This is one of my favorite knives ever. I love. Well, you know, if you want me to Boba Fett that up, let me know. I'll do it. So this was one of the ones I got in the trade, and I'm thinking. So I've already decided. I've got some of these beautiful mint green jade scales or slabs, and I was going to. Well, thank you, Ethan Campbell. I was going to redo the scales on this anyway, customize it with the minty jade, not the natural jade, and not the very jade, but these minty jade. And I might use that as the basis to Boba Fett this a little bit. I love this knife, the Manix 2XL. What a great knife. So we'll see how that works out. Also, by the way, I found this older 810. Peter, we're going to get to the petrified fish. Well, Ethan, I was just saying I'm going to be doing a subscriber giveaway with some of these Boba Fett knives in the very near future. So, a Rogue Squadron themed knife. That's not bad. You know what? Actually, now that Leonard brings this up, I should do a red squadron, a gold squadron, a blue squadron, and a green squadron themed knife. One of each. So this looks weird for a Contigo. The Benchmade could be a Darth Vader without, yeah. So I started customizing this before the Contigo went out of production, and I had decided to make this more of a. I was working with my Patreon guys, getting their input. We started to say we were going to make this more of a 940 type blade. But I just found this in a bag full of extra materials and all sorts of stuff. So I think we are going to, I'm going to continue working on this and see how this comes out. And I have more of the minty jade. So this might end up on here too. But yeah, now the Contigo is all out of production, and they're selling for a higher price. I don't know. There's some oily stuff on here, which is why it's all shiny. But so I got this to work on, and that's coming up. Speaking of petrified fish, so we just kind of did this. I made a bushcraft knife. How am I able to finish it? Needs finishing. Yeah, that's I get Kurt. I get to a lot of projects where I just I need to get them finished, and I end up not finishing them. This petrified fish knife is awesome. I just did the review on it for $50 or so. K110 steel is great, and you don't see it very often. And I said in the review, it's basically it's like D10, D2 plus. Have you done any reviews on the Boker Kalishnikov XXL? I have not. Dominic, I have not. The Boker Kalishnikov series is solid. They're solid knives. They're just like the AK. No frills. Performs. That's it. I mean, that's all I can say about it. I should get one of the regular ones and do my own donut knife out of it. But K110 is like D2 plus. And the yeah, so D2 is D2 steel is so there's some major hate for D2, and I always bring this up. Once upon a time, D2 was a premium steel. Benchmade offered it at an increased price over regular steels. And then it got a lot, easier to get into the market and everything. K110 takes D2, all the properties. It's Austrian. I said it was German in the video. It's Austrian, but, has all of the good properties of D2 plus much better corrosion resistance and debatable. Some people will say Yeah, Phil, you're right. The Benchmade 275 first came out in D2. And a lot of people say that K110 actually has better edge retention properties than D2. I don't know. K110 is pretty good steel. There's another petrified fish that I want in K110 that's just not available right now, but I'm waiting. Except for the gas station knife, I won't even consider a knife unless I would pass inspection from Doc. Well, Bob, I appreciate that. That makes me feel really good. That's a nice compliment. Thank you. But this guy, I've been carrying it around. I've used it, here and there. This thing is so solid. It just feels solid in my hand. And I really need to check out more of the brand. I wish they had a little bit more to go on. I think so far I've seen Sandvik, 14, C28, D2, and K110. But man, this is, great engineering on this for what, a $50 knife. It's really nicely done. I can't wait to try the next one. The other one I've been carrying around lately is this giant mouse that came in. Oh man, I wanted that to be snappier. Let me do that again. Because it's been snappy. Well, it's cold in here. Oh well. This giant mouse that came in the premium EDC club. I've really liked this. The edge on this thing is phenomenal. This Elmax steel is great. I love the finishing on the micarta on this. Just enough that you can feel the grain a little bit, but nice and smooth. This really makes me want to try out more giant mouse stuff. And I didn't like that jimping mid spine of the blade at first, but you know what? With the size of the knife, that actually makes a lot of sense now that I'm using it. So these are kind of the things that I've been carrying around lately. I did it. It was off camera. I did it. It was a boom. These are the things that I've been carrying around lately, just to sort of get a feeling for and try out and really see how I feel about them. And how I feel about them is they're pretty solid. These are all pretty good things. I've got more reviews coming. I got 2 items coming from Axial. If you remember, they're the ones that made the shift, the OTF that I reviewed a few months ago. New brand out on the market. They've got the same Axial shift. Sorry, I got an itchy back. Dominic, that is a great idea about that orange peel pattern titanium. So they've got a new Warncliffe blade OTF. They're going to send me one to review. They also have a new fixed blade knife. And I believe it's either S35VN or 20CV. They're going to send me one to review. I'm going to check it out and see how they are. And I'm very excited about it. I've got my Patreon folks have seen this knife already. It's by a company called Roxon. It's a Chinese company, but it's a very novel idea. It's a knife with interchangeable blades. So that, hey, Gritman, welcome back for now. You can change out the blades to different blade styles. They're all the same. They're all the same length, but you can go from a drop point to a Warncliffe to a clip point to a serrated and I think that will probably be up tomorrow. That actual review. It has a cheaper look to it. It's not very expensive, but you know what? I found it to be really, I don't know what the word to use is. It feels good. It doesn't feel solid like this feels solid, but it doesn't feel cheap either. And it lets you have the versatility to, if you're, like I say in the, you'll hear me say, not sure what we were talking about, but it sounds nifty. It's a knife, Gritman, that you're going to see a video post tomorrow that allows you to change out the blade to different blade shapes and styles depending on what it is that you want. And you know, you know what, and exploring it, I say specifically on the sorry, I've got just all these things coming up all of a sudden on my phone. I say in the video, it reminds me of the home front, the way the home front comes apart. The knife comes apart, and you can switch out, say, you know, it comes with a drop point blade. All right, I want my Warncliffe blade or my sheep's foot blade for what I'm doing. If you're into the blade shapes, different blade shapes have real functionality for different tasks. That does not mean you've got to like go study up and say, I can only use this leaf or spear point blade for these, and then I need to switch out to this reverse Tonto for the XYZ. It's not like that. There are some things, some blades are better. Hey, Roman, how are you? There are some things that some blade shapes are designed specifically for, and they're really good for those. There are some blades that aren't very good at other things, and I'm not. You know, maybe I'll do a video on that. Maybe I'll do a video on blade shapes one day. But you know, for standard EDC, there are some blade shapes that are just fine for like all the time. I'm trying to, like, for just EDC work in your pocket throughout the day, this is probably okay. But there are some tasks that you might not want. I mean, this does not have a very pointy tip if you want to do some fine type work. You know what I mean? So what this knife does by Roxon, Roman, I am doing great. Thanks for asking. I you know, you missed the beginning of this. We are messing around at work with a Browning M19 1930 caliber machine gun, and it's just so much fun. You know, so so this knife allows you to interchange those different blades, and they're not very expensive. $19.99, you get a package of 3 different. Unfortunately, it'd be great if you could pick. I want this, this, and this, but they just come in 3. You guys are going to see the whole video tomorrow. It's a really novel idea for a knife, and the materials are not great, but they're not crap either. You're not getting like 3CR steel. It's very interesting. It's really interesting. So we'll see how that is. There's also a folding camp kitchen knife that we're going to look at too. So what is my favorite blade shape, Peter? My favorite blade shape that I think is great for multiple purposes is the reverse Tonto blade shape. Now that's very similar to a sax, but a sax tends to be bigger, a little bit beefier. But the reverse Tonto, I think, gives you a really good versatility for a lot of different purposes. And then case makes it interchangeable blade. But it's 140. Yeah, David Jones, this is a lot cheaper. The reverse Tonto doesn't do everything for you, but it's pretty good and it's pretty solid. I like it a lot. I also really like sheep's foot blade. Sheep's foot is very good for most general purposes. If I'm going to be picking like a bushcraft outdoors type knife, I like the Puko. Speaking of Puko, you guys know how I like to avoid spoilers. I know that there is a Puko blade in Battle Box, which arrives tomorrow. FYI. Hi, Ethan.
Hi.
You're back?
Yes.
I know there's a Puko blade in Battle Box. I love the Puko. What are you doing? You're making me and everybody else dizzy. I'm going to throw up all over your face. In fact, the Tarava Jakari Puko is my favorite outdoors knife, pretty much. And then they make the Tarava Skrama, which is a large fixed blade sax, which is one of my other favorite outdoors knives. Can you please stop? For real, you're making me very dizzy. So those are some. I mean, that's basically my favorite blades. As just a total side note, by the way, off topic, off train. While I was at work over the last week or so, yeah, boy, just vibing. He wants some attention. I've been listening to 2 great things. I want to make sure I get them right. For anybody who might be interested, I switch back and forth between music and Audible while I'm at work, and I was listening to History's Great Military Blunders, which is a book on Audible, and there are some of these battles that I'm familiar with. I've heard the name of. I've known, like Custer's Last Stand, or I did not know that the Native Americans called it the Battle of the Greasy Grass, and stuff like that. But like there are a lot of things that I've heard of in history or that I've learned about. This guy, the whole book is 16 hours. If you listen to the whole thing, breaks down through. I think he goes through like six common reasons why battles are lost, and then goes through these battles, some of which are very famous, some of which you probably never heard of, and like for example, unclear orders from commanders, lack of communication between commanders, between officers, things like that, or lack of adaptation to the situation. Anyway, he goes through all of these things, and it's great the way he breaks down all. I might listen to it all over again now that I've heard it once, and now that I kind of have an idea. Now listen to in further detail each one. It's awesome. It's a really, if you're into military history, it's a great book. And so now I'm also listening to The Decisive Battles of History by the same guy, and basically battles that have affected world history in like some great way. Great way to pass time at work. I really like it. I really enjoy listening to books as much as I like music. It gives me a chance to learn some things too and be entertained. So, hey, Ethan, Kim, you know what? I appreciate this. I try my best. I really do. I know there's a large portion of the YouTube community that does not like me, but you know what? That's okay, because everybody's entitled to what they like. But that means a lot to me. Thank you. I like that a lot, and I hope that that you pay attention, that you kind of stay tuned and enter into the giveaways we got coming up, because we're gonna do it. You should try the Tops ass to mouth. What? What's that? Yeah, David, send me a picture. I'm sorry, I see ATM, and I think immediately of Clerks, of ass to mouth, and you never go ass to mouth, not even in the heat of the moment. Yeah. So I don't know what the boys are doing back there. Next week we're gonna have some guests on the show. Why am I getting all of? Oh, that's because I just got a picture from somebody. Which is cool. So, lots of stuff going on with the shop, though. Lots of stuff. That's right, Leonard. Never. I love my movie quotes. I hope you guys don't mind all the movie quotes throughout all the videos, because I'm not going to stop them, because I can't help myself, because they spit out of my mouth before I even realize I'm doing it. And it's just the way I grew up. Between me and my four brothers is just back and forth over and over, and it's like you kind of won. What did you win? Nothing. But you won if you got a one-liner out that nobody could counter back with like the next line from the movie, and that's just the way we did it. And for some reason, we always ended up coming back to Real Genius and Spies Like Us. There was always an occasion to use a line from Real Genius and Spies Like Us. Growing up, always. So that was that. What is my? Oh my God! You can't do this to me, Peter. You can't, because like there is. Oh, what is my favorite movie quote? You know what my favorite movie quote honestly is? It's doctor. I'll walk up to people and shake their hand, and I'll just say doctor. And if they don't shake my hand and go doctor, I'll immediately think less of them. I will. This is a good. Oh, I like that one. That's a good one. Or you know what? I can't remember the exact, but same movie, but I can't remember the Odie bar was talking to her. But yeah, if I reach out my hand when I'm meeting somebody and I say doctor, and they don't immediately come back with doctor, I think much less of them as a human being. Spies Like Us is just full of lines. All of the '80s ones. If I when I'm meeting up with a friend, and I will say, like, for example, my friend Chris, I'll just look, and I haven't seen it for a while, I'll go, looking good, Chris. And if he doesn't come back with feeling good, Mike, I will be like, that's it, dude. You just, you know what? I get to punch you right in the balls now. Oregon, you got me. Oh, I know what it is. That's a fact. Oh, God. Is that Armed and Dangerous? Oregon Knife Guy. Is that Armed and Dangerous? I don't know. I don't know if this is what the title is referring to, but what do you think of the Smoky Paddle? No. The title was referring to the Boba Fett customs that I did in the shop, based on, you know what it was? It was based on the fact that in some knife groups, people really did not like the Smoky Mountain knife work Kalashnikov ones, because, and here's why, because they were just too perfect. They were too clean. They didn't look like Boba Fett. They were too, first of all, they were not, and I recognize I did one that was not distressed, but they were not distressed like Boba Fett should be. Their colors were too bright and shiny like toy action figures. And even the Boba Fett action figure did not use those bright and shiny colors. It was like if somebody that had never seen Boba Fett but was described his colors sat down to make one based on a toy. I did not like it. So I did not like it. Oregon Knife Guy, I need to know where that quote comes from about Colt. I need to know if I was right or wrong. I don't know. But it's a great movie that doesn't get enough press. Appaloosa? I don't know what that is. I've never seen Appaloosa. That's not a knife. Now, this is I say that all the time now. Equilibrium was a great movie. And it had the misfortune of coming out right around the same time as The Matrix. So it got buried. If you have not seen Equilibrium, go out and find Equilibrium. What an amazing movie. It is very similar to the book A Brave New World in concept, but it is oh God, it's just so awesome with the gun kata and the grammaton clerics and the whole concept of, like, it is illegal to feel too much because it leads to war, and it's great. It is an amazing movie, and if you have not seen, I have it on Blu-ray because I watch it that often. It is just such. It's just such a shame, and of course, what's his name? Sean Bean. He plays such an important but like minor role in everything. Of course he was in it. Ethan, you're back again. I'm going to name you Tag Team. Why? Because you're back again. Zardoz. Dave, I thought we agreed we never talk about Zardoz again.
I'm doing this.
You're doing this? Gotta run. All right, Lincoln, you gotta run. You know what? I gotta get running too. I gotta feed this guy something. Because look at that face.
I need attention.
You need attention?
Yes.
You know what's attention? You know what's really good attention? Getting punched in the face.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh! I've been punched in the face.
Yes.
I've been punched in the face. Phil wants to talk about what? Zardoz. If you hate your life, if you hate yourself, if you've done something that you feel you need to atone for, if you have sinned and you need punishment, watch Zardoz. You have something to say? Or are you just raising your hand?
Just raising my hand. Because
Just raising your hand.
because of that one.
Because of this one? Oh, because you have sinned? You have done something wrong?
Yes. A bunch of times.
If you need to watch Sean Connery with a 70s porn mustache running around in suspenders and a loincloth, watch Zardoz.
Give me attention.
Okay.
Food.
Apparently,
Food.
my duties have shifted now, and it is now to give this guy attention.
And the food.
And food? Well, I
Yes.
think the pork roast is just about ready. We got a pork roast in the oven. It smells delicious. Delicious.
Mm.
So, I think that we are going to break here. A little shy of an hour, but we accomplished our goal. We showed off some Boba Fett knives. We talked about the events of this week. We will be talking about some mental health, mental illness stuff next week with some special guests. Shout out to Canadian truckers who are for Mr. Kron's. We all know what's going on in Ottawa right now. What are you poking?
Because my cousin said this is supposed to looks like a little baby.
Go ahead.
Guys, this shirt's a little bit cursed because this looks like adult baby, adult Yoda.
Adult Yoda. He does look like adult Yoda. He's got like white hair.
Yeah, so that's why it looks cursed.
It is. Anyway, guys. All right, I'm gonna give this little guy some attention and then feed him some food, and maybe his brother wants food too. Does Aiden want some food? Is he hungry?
I don't.
Well, we'll all eat dinner. So, thanks, guys. Stay tuned for details on giving away some of these Boba Fett knives and some new reviews and stuff coming out soon. We've got Battle Box arriving tomorrow. Hopefully, Barrel. I didn't get Barrel and Blade last month either. Weird. The boxes are in and out. We'll figure it out. But anyway, remember, you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. And we'll be back again real soon. You guys take it easy.